Hey, busy crafters, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. My name is Jessica, and guess what it is? It's that time of month again. That's right, it is the Calendar Girls collaboration hosted by my friend Tiffany with Simply Blessed Crafts, as well as the wonderful Sabrina with Craft Nanigans, and of course, yours truly, moi. So be sure to go on over and give Tiffany and Sabrina some love, as well as the rest of the creative crafters down in the playlist down below. Okay, so now on to project number 1. Yes, we're doing junk journal again. Next month, not doing junk journal. I have an idea and I'm looking forward to doing it. So I have this calendar that I got from Hobby Lobby and I like all those flowers and butterflies and everything. So I'm measuring out the flowers to see exactly how many to see how much I need for this project. And so I take these pieces of paper that I got. I had this paper for the longest time and never used it. I actually just opened it because it still had the stickers on the side. And so, yeah, I'm picking out the colors that are best describing the flowers that are best with the flowers. So I take the papers that I want, and what I do is I cut those in 3.5-inch rounds, each one. So I have 2 in each. We're only going to use 1. And then I have that 12 by 12 glitter paper that I've had for a long time as well. And I just go ahead and start picking out the colors that I want. Now, these glitter paper is the ombre effect. And I've used all my silver already. But we have purple, we have blue, we have pink, and we have gold. And so I decided that, okay, we'll just do this. And I take a pink one and I take a gold one. And that is the colors that we use right now. And I was like, oh, blue, no, that's probably not going to work. So we did not do the blue, but we did do the gold. The gold is coming up. Now this pad came with silver as well, but I used all the silver up throughout the projects. And yeah. So now I'm like, you know what, that's good. And what I did is, so the smaller paper is in 3.5-inch rounds, and the big paper, the glitter paper, is in 3-inch rounds. And that is just what we did. We used our Cricut, and we cut them down. See, 3-inch rounds. And then the other paper is 3.5. So now we got it down. And yeah, they came up pretty nicely, and that is what we did. 3.5-inch rounds here, and then we do the gold, and then of course we do the pink. And there's a little bit more in there. I believe I did 8, 7. No, 8. Yeah. And then I just do that with the pink as well. And then we have that. Now, this is the ombre effect. So the glitter paper has the different shades of the gold or the pink or whatever, because it is ombre. It is darker up top, and then it gets lighter as you go down. So that's what we did there. So what we're making is we're just making a little embellishment for our junk journal. And we're using rounds. And so that's why this paper, or this calendar here, is being used. So there's a lot of good elements on this calendar. There's the different flowers. Some of the flowers I wasn't able to use, whatever. And then there's like butterflies and little stuff on the back. We use a lot of it. And so I take that out, cut them all out, cut out as much as I possibly can. Because there's also another little flower on the back. And I cut out the 4 flowers that I'm using right now, and then I cut out that corner piece too, because that's really pretty. And we actually do use that in this project as well. And then it's like, okay, darn, that one got cut. Okay, take out the little butterfly. And I do not believe that I make you watch the whole thing, because I think you guys get the gist of it. Yeah. Okay. Did not have to watch the whole thing. Well, part of it. And then I just start cutting out the rest of the stuff. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Jess. So this video has been done for a week before it's supposed to be about a week and a half before it was supposed to be due, because I'm filming this on the day, I'm not filming this, I am doing my voiceover on the day of my surgery. So, I can't believe I left all this in. I am so sorry, guys. Please stay with me. Don't unsubscribe. Okay, so I love that horse too. Horses are my favorite animals in the entire world. Horses, dogs, and ducks. So there we have all of our stuff out, cut out. We didn't fussy cut them yet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the rounds. And then I'm just figuring out which one looks better. Okay, so that one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there. And then I'm figuring out, okay, that looks good. Let's see. That one looks good. Okay, so now what I start to do is I start to fussy cut everything. Now, don't worry, you're not going to have to watch me do all of it. So I fussy cutted everything out, and then I got those from Paper Studio from a Christmas present from my middle son a long time ago. And I go ahead and glue the glitter paper, the 3-inch glitter paper, down to the 3.5-inch. And then I got that from the wedding section at Hobby Lobby. And it's just the gauze table runner. You could use gauze, you could do that. And what's great about those is they come in multiple different colors. So I have to go back and get the blue one, I have to go back and get the pink one, I have to go back and get the green one. You guys get it. I have to go back and get them. Because they added something to this project. And the one that I'm working on right now is actually my favorite, and I use it in this project. So what I do is I just take that little thing and I put a little pink gem in the middle, just a small one, not a big one. I didn't want it in your face or overpowering the rest of the project. So what I do is I didn't like it crisscross like that, so I unravel just a little bit, and then I'm trying to figure out how does it look. And as I'm unraveling it, it's actually stretching out and falling apart. So I had to cut it down a little bit and then just fray the ends. And that looked pretty good. So I just take my sticker glue or my glue runner and I put that down. And this one is actually my favorite. It turned out really cute. So what do you think about that? Turned out really cute. So here's all 4 of them together. Again, I make multiples of them so that way I have them in the future when I need them. I was like, oh, I need embellishments. I have the embellishments. They're right here. So, yeah. Let me know what you think about this. Now, the junk journaling is really fun and it's quite relaxing with everything. Very relaxing, and that's why I'm like, okay, I like it. I got into it. Thank you, Tiffany, and thank you, Tasha. Okay, I want to take a moment to thank every single one of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys all from the bottom of my heart. You guys are super important to me, and I appreciate you, and I can't tell you that enough. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for just clicking on this video and watching even all my boring stuff. I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you. Okay, so now on to project number 2. And this one is... Okay, so I got those papers a long time ago, probably about 1.5 years ago from Temu. And so I'm just going through and I'm looking for anything that has like butterflies in it or anything. Because I think we're going to use some of the butterflies that we took out of the calendar. And I'm just going through, and this is it's thin paper, so you could decoupage with it and everything like that. That's not what we're going to do. We're just going to decorate it up. This one's pretty fast, and it's probably going to be a little bit boring. But it is what it is. And, yeah, so now I'm sitting here going, these are the ones with the butterflies on them. Now I have to pick out the ones that I actually want. And then I go ahead and do that. Yeah, so it's like, which one? Okay, so then I pick out the ones that I want. I picked out those 2, mainly for the size of the butterflies. And I'm just going to glue that down. It gives it a little, see, that's the back of the calendar. Good Friday's right there, and that's the 11th of a month. Anyways, so I just go ahead and glue it down. And it kind of gives the paper a little bit of a 3D effect. And then I take that little rose from the calendar as well, and I tack it down. And then I go ahead and do the same thing. There's the back of the calendar. And I do the same thing there, except for that one is kind of sticking off the page because I like the junk journals with the interactive pages. And so that is what we are going to do. These are not really interactive pages. The pockets and the folds and everything are the interactive pages. So then I go ahead and just take that, and there we go. So then I have wording for them. And so that one says, happiness and love create art. And it's true. When you're happy and you're feeling loved and everything, art turns out to be just so amazing and so beautiful. And then that one says, now is the time, chase your passion. It is. There's never... Chase your passion. If you guys want to do something, do it. Chase your passion. Make yourselves happy. And so there you go. And those are really easy. They're not bad, but there's a little bit of writing area in them. And you can still continue to decorate them up the way you want to. You can actually make them into pockets. Yes, I know I'm obsessed with pockets. But you can make them into pockets just by gluing down the backs, or gluing down the sides and down the bottom, and then leaving the top open, or even glue the top down the side and down the bottom and having a side pocket. And then there you go. Okay, so go ahead and follow me on all of my social medias, as well as check out my Etsy. There's new digital product every 3 days, and the links to my Etsy and some of the products in my Etsy shop will be linked down in the description box below. So be sure to check it out. Okay, so now on to project number 3. Now this one is really cool. So I take that vintage rose calendar. I use that one a lot because you could do a lot with them. And what I'm doing is I'm just like, okay, I want this purple one. So we're going ahead and taking it out. This is a pocket, but it's a different pocket. It's a different kind of pocket. And I make sure that all the jagged edges are trimmed off. And then I just fold it into thirds. And I try to get as close to the same length or the same as possible. This one is kind of off a little bit, but it is what it is. It's just going into a junk journal, and that's fine. So I do it into thirds, and then there you go. Now you have that. So then I take the corner edges and I push them down. And so now we have like a little opening. That one was just really being a pain in the rear. And then so the bottom was kind of off a little bit, so I just made it right. See, that one was just being a pain in the booty. I'm like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. So then what I do is I punch 6 holes going up the side, and then I measure it out. I was like, okay, yeah, I could put one more. Yep, could put one more right there. And that's what I do. And then I measure it out from the middle of the hole all the way across. And then I just mark it to where I need it to be because I want them as even as possible. And then I go ahead and punch out. Now here you can add an eyelet. I don't have eyelets, or at least I don't know how to work the eyelets yet. So I didn't do eyelets. And you really can't tell anyways. The eyelets really help preventing the paper to be ripped. So right now I have to be extremely careful. So what I do is I'm going to go ahead and lace it up like a shoe, because we are making a bustier or something. A t-shirt that has the thing up the front. And we're just going to lace it up like a shoe. We go all the way up to the top. Now right now the bottom is opened. Because I needed the room to work. And yeah. So I have to be really gentle. This paper is extremely thin, as well as the holes are really close to the edge. And so I just had to be extremely careful not to rip the project, because that would have just been terrible. And this one is actually a very deep pocket, and it is very wide too, so you can put a lot of stuff in there. And now we're just going to finish up with the last little hole. I'm going to just do a knot. I don't have enough of the ribbon for a bow, but we're going to change that. And then I just open up the bottom a little bit, tack it down, and now we have a cute interactive pocket that you can put a lot of stuff in. And then I take this little flower, this paper flower that I got from my middle son, and then I take a little gem, and I go ahead and place them down, hot glue it a little bit, and then, oh yeah, I glue down, first I measure out those things. Those are, I was like, oh, I took too much off of that one. Just a little bit off there. Okay, good. And now they're close as possible. And then I just go ahead and put them down as well. And then to give it a little bit more decorative look, I put a couple purple gems on the edge of the ribbon. And then, boom, there goes a really cool pocket. And so that one isn't done yet, but this is what it looks like, the aftermath, or the after it's done. Yeah. And let me know what you think of this pocket. We actually do use this one in the decorating of the junk journal, and that's going to be number 4, is actually decorating up the junk journal. So yeah, I really like that calendar. I'm coming close to running out of the paper because I use that calendar a lot. Okay, so here's project number 4. Now this is where we're actually going to have fun and decorate up our junk journal. This is also a very relaxing part. So I made that junk journal for journaling our way. Yeah, and I've already made some pockets. So now I just flipped it around because I don't want you guys upside down. So now what I'm going to do is I take some of this ribbon, and it's very flimsy ribbon, but I put it on the edge. So now when the book is closed, there is ribbon on the edge, and it is adorable. It is very cute. Yeah. And so I put that ribbon on the edge. Now, something with this ribbon and that glue runner is they do not stick together. I actually had to tack it down with some hot glue as good as I possibly could. They did not. They're not friends. They did not want to talk. And so I was like, okay, that looks good. To cover up the side and give that page a little bit of texture, I'm just going to run another thing of glue down. And again, it didn't work. I had to glue it down when I was like, okay, the project is all put together, and then it was like coming up. So with this, I had to do glue. And now I'm just going ahead and gluing all the way up. The t-shirt or the shirt did not want to stick to the lace because of the kind of glue that I did. So, like I said, I just hot glued it all the way down. I ended up doing that. I'm like, see, you see me fighting with it. But I like it hanging off the edge. So here's where I just tack down the glue. And then I do it along the sides of the shirt as well. It's like, yeah, that's terrible. And because the ribbon was not, or the lace was not cut correctly, I wonder who did that. Like, whoever cut that lace, they have problems. They cut it all wonky and it was not straight. So whoever that was should just be ashamed of themselves. What, it was me? Fine. I'll just take the blame. So I just go ahead and put a matching flower down. That's actually on the t-shirt. Put a matching flower down and put a little purple gem in there as well. And it covers up the fluke of whoever cut that lace. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, I fixed their mess up. Okay. So then it's like, oh my goodness. I had to trim that out a little bit. And now we have a beautiful pocket. And the lace is hanging off the edge. And now I'm figuring out. I was like, ooh, that goes good. Now, that one is my favorite one. I don't know what it is. It just turned out really pretty, and I really, really like it. So I'm using it there. So that little flower in the middle is from the calendar, of course. That pocket is from a different video. I will link that video in the description box down below as well. So that way you can see the different pockets that I have made before. So now here I am trying to decorate it up. That was a little bit big and it was covering up a couple of the pockets. So that wasn't going to work. That wasn't going to work. And then I find this little thing. And I was like, okay, that kind of works a little bit. Not too shabby. And it says, you matter to me a lot. And My subscribers matter to me a lot. The people watching this video matter to me a lot. You guys help me out, and I appreciate it. So then I found that little scrap piece of paper, that little green one, and I was like, okay, that is pretty. And up against that pink, it turned out beautiful. And then there was the little thing on top right there that I'm touching right now. Right there. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to put anything else around it. That is a little writing spot that you could write in. I like to regularly journal anyways. I put down my thoughts and feelings and everything down on a piece of paper. Well, not a piece of paper, but I actually have journals. And I have journals, me talking to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he's extremely important to me. And I love him. He has helped me through so much. And then there is journals that I have just for my feelings. I have journals everywhere. So this right here, the junk journaling, kind of helps me out a lot, and it gets my creative juices flowing. So that other pocket right there, we're going to use, that's also in a video. I will link it down in the description box below. So there's going to be 2 videos down there. I take that corner piece, so I was like, yep, that looks pretty. That corner piece from the Lane calendar. And then I just go ahead and say, that looks pretty good right there. And then that's from the calendar as well, and so is that. So that looks good to me. I go ahead and tack that down. That is 3 envelopes put together. And then now we have a decorated spot on the front. And then we have 4 pockets, because I made a pocket within the pocket. So then I go ahead and lay that down, put that little rose up there. And then it's like, okay, cool. I'm having some fun here. This is looking some good. I like that little tag, so I take that tag. So that tag actually came from one of my paper packs, and I just cut it out. So I poked the hole in it. I punched the hole into it, and then I take some string, and then I just weave it through. And so that way it looks like an actual tag. And that page is right here. I wrote on it, God is so good, because he is. God is amazing. He has helped me through so much. So I tack that down, and then from the calendar, the sides on the back had these border around it, this wooden border, and the corners of them look like crosses. So I ended up cutting those crosses out too. And I don't think I think I showed on camera for a brief second. But right here I write, God is so, so good. And he is. He is so, so good. He has kept me so grounded and peaceful. It's amazing. He is great. So here is where I found that thing that looked like a little cross. And so I just go ahead and tack that down as well. And then there you go. So now here's the final review of everything, of the decorated book. So that book is from the Journaling Our Way collaboration. I will link that down in the description box below. So there'll be 3 videos down there. I'm going through showing you guys the different elements within this junk journal that I made, and the multiple different pages that we are going to be decorating up here and there. And there's the t-shirt pocket that is really deep, and it opens up really nicely. Let me know what you think about that one, made out of a calendar. And then we have that piece in the corner right there that's made out of a calendar. And then I'm sorry, I really like that. It looks so pretty. And then there's some more pages and some more. And some of them have white on the side of them. They're not, so that way we could decorate them up. And then here's the other page. That is from the edge of the calendar. That's a calendar piece, and that is a calendar piece. And then we just go ahead and open that up, and there's a pocket there. There's a pocket on that side as well. And then that one has that pocket, but then the piece of paper on the top, there's a pocket at the top. So you have a top pocket and a side pocket. So that one has 4 pockets. And then we have more pages of beautiful things. Those are all pockets as well. And yeah, all 4 of them are pockets. And so these are just the pages that we are going to be decorating up here and there when I get a chance. I like that rose one. It's so pretty. And so, yeah, there's the back end of it. And then the end of the book. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about the individual projects as well as the book itself. Go ahead and like this video, share this video, comment on this video. I do get back to the comments. And please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out. It's free to you and it pushes my videos out. YouTube will push them out. If you subscribe, like, share, comment, it really helps me out. Again, I want to thank Tiffany for hosting with me, as well as our beautiful guest host, Sabrina. Thank you for being our guest host. Appreciate you, lovely ladies. Also, go ahead and be sure to give them on some love, as well as the playlist linked down in the description box below. There's a bunch of amazing creators in that playlist. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, stay tuned, and we will be sending out more videos. I'm trying to do every Friday. Can't promise it, but until I see you on the next one, may God bless you guys. Bye.